Hey guys, the section of violence here. Uh, it's been a bit. Honestly, a lot's been going on in the life. It's been keeping me away. But you guys didn't come here to listen to me cry about my life or anything. Um, let's get right into the fights. We got I don't know how many fights, 11. So let's get right into it. We got Ryan DeSantos versus Ardelean. Um, Pass. I don't even really want to talk about this fight, to be honest with you. It's such a bad fight. Ryan DeSantos is probably the better, more skilled fighter, more technical striker. But I think Ardelean has some power, so she could find some moments, I guess. I'm gonna go with Ryan DeSantos, but the value's on Ardelean, so I know some people are playing Ardelean. I get why, but I personally would not touch this fight. Ryan DeSantos is a legit black belt, I'm pretty sure, on the ground. So, losing to Puja is bearish. Alan Carr, I'm not losing to Alan Carr by split is not a bad loss. She beat some people on the regional scene. DeCourcy is not a bad win if you ask me. So yeah, I think she has some striking, the striking advantage and the jiu-jitsu. So I'm gonna go with Ardeline, but honestly, the pass. Her at chalk is never the way to go. So skip fight. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a live spot. I don't know. I'm not even looking to watch this fight, let alone bet on it. Moving on, we have Markel Medeiros taking on Balaji Oki. Um, honestly, I'm still in shock that UFC has this fight in the UFC. 9-7, Arlene versus 14-8. Like they must like or 14-8's not terrible, but like 9-8, like 9-7, like I don't know. Like she should be an Invicta if you ask me. Ardeline. Also, she's like OnlyFans girl as well, so it's like I don't really know what to make of her. She will fight for your money though, so there's that. She's just not very good. Rand DeSantos should win. Um, But yeah, it's odds are wide and pass. I have nothing. I don't want to. When I say should win, I mean like I strongly lean her. I don't think it's like a lock by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think she should be 1.4, 1.3. I think she should be with 1.7, 1.7, 1.6. I think it's fair. Anyways, guys, moving on. We have Balaji Oki versus Markel Medeiros. Um, I gotta go with Oki here. Only because I think this is gonna play out on the feet. Um, Mederos is the value side just because it's a coin flip of a fight. I don't really have seen any upside to this fight betting wise. This screen split decision. The first two fights actually do. I think Balaji Oki has KO power, but other than that Salvador guy, who has he really KO'd in the UFC? Like he got submitted by Duncan. I mean, the split to Kwamba is not bad. I thought he lost, or not lost. I thought he looked a little bearish in moments, but I don't know. Mederos is also showing terrible cardio, so it's like I can't trust Mederos. But he's also, I think he's talented. Like the kid's talented. He's just, I don't know. He's got to put it together. I like Mederos. I think he follows my page. I follow him. I know that he's a good dude. He made me some money, so I like the guy. Um, I want him to do well. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Oki here, but I would not be surprised to see Medeiros win. This is a coin flip fight. Honestly, I wouldn't put too much stock into like betting this fight. If you are betting this fight, probably sprinkle on the dog in Medeiros because it's should be pick'ems. Anything more than pick'ems is a bit wide. I wouldn't go crazy on this fight though. This is a really really close fight. Moving on, we have Kurt Holobaugh versus Jordan Leavitt. Jordan Levitt, he is an interesting character. I'm not gonna get into his personal life and what he does. Actually, his personal life isn't the problem. It's what he does in the public that's the problem that people have a problem with him about. I have no issue with the guy. I think he's a cool cat. He trains with one of my coaches, so I like the guy. Honestly, seems like a cool guy. Um, But I don't know. I think Kurtz, if he doesn't, I think Leavitt is a rightful favorite based on the fact that Holobaugh, if he gets taken down, that's it. His get ups are non-existent, and I don't know. I think Jordan Leavitt is very, very susceptible on the feet to getting hurt, but I think his movement is going to give Holobaugh some trouble. I think Levitt's going to use his movement and evasiveness, make hurt Holobaugh chase him, and then he's going to shoot. And I think if Levitt gets one takedown, that could be the fight. So I don't know. I'm gonna pass on this fight just because Holobaugh, in my opinion, is the better grappler or the better jiu-jitsu player. I could be wrong about that, but I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see what my official pick is. Holobaugh is my pick right now. Might change it. Honestly, I don't know. What are the odds? 1 second. Yeah, he's negative 170. So it's like I think it should be Pick'ems, honestly, or Levitt's slight favorite. So it's like honestly, I'm passing on this fight altogether. I don't want anything to do with this fight from a betting perspective. But I think the favorite should be Holobaugh. I think Holobaugh should be a dog. Um, but we'll see. I'm not touching this fight. But my pick's Holobaugh by some inside the distance. Or you can take uh, decision no action on Holobaugh. That's a good play because I don't think Levitt's finishing Holobaugh. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Holobaugh. I mean, it could happen. Don't doubt the autism power and the autism strength. He has a few KO wins. Who are the two people that he has KO'd? Yeah, Bum, Victor Martinez, and man, so two old men. So other than two old men, I guess this would fall into track with his record with KOing old men. Actually, scratch that. Yeah, give him scratch that because Kurt's a rather old guy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jordan Levitt in this fight. I'm gonna go Jordan Levitt by TKO. That's my official pick. Let me change it for the Discord, which you guys need to join. Let me see where he is. Holobaugh. Scratch that. I think based on the past, I think Levitt by TKO or decision. Yeah, I'm gonna go that. I think Levitt's, on the other side of the ballpark when it comes to, I'm not even trying to get demonetized, so you guys know what I'm talking about, hopefully. Holobaugh, I think, he's a dog and he'll fight for your money, but I just think he relies on his hands too much. And Levitt knows how to create distance and strike and move. His movement's pretty good, so I'm gonna go out Levitt here. I couldn't make a case for Holloway. I tried. You saw me in real life, real time, trying to make a case. I can't do it, so I'm gonna go Levitt here. He usually KOs guys older than him, so we'll see if Levitt can keep the trend alive. Moving on, Andreas Gustafsson versus Draven Giles. Honestly, this is a fight I want nothing to do with. This is a very, very, very volatile fight, and I think Andreas Gustafsson, he's very dangerous, very violent, but he's not very good. And I think Trevin Giles is the opposite, where he's not violent, he's not that aggressive, but he is very good. He's technically sound. He's a good grappler. I worry about this fight honestly because Gustafsson, he's gonna have to push for Giles to the fence. Giles isn't really known for letting people push him to the fence. So
One, two. They
oh
showed us.
yeah, sorry, just watching the Ultimate Fighter old episodes. Yeah, so like look at the losses. He's lost to Morales, DDP, Prates, Bombfeem, Mike. He's only lost to really good fighters, man. Like Mearsharts, Cummings isn't a bad fighter. I don't know. I think this guy is very experienced and he's fought all the who's who. So I think he needs a win here. Gustafsson, on the other hand, is staying away contender series fade more so than I fading him. He's a savage.
Some of the
Honestly, like I love this guy. I think this guy is super fun to watch. He KO'd one of my not my buddies, but someone on that trains with my circle of friends. So it was kind of sad to see that. But other than that, I think this guy's a savage. KO'd a bunch of good guys on in FCR. You guys have got to watch one of these fights. It was I can't even remember the name of it. If you guys want to watch a really really good fight, oh man, yeah, I can't even remember where it was. It was Noir. But yeah, this guy's a savage. I gotta go with Giles off of experience, but I would not be surprised to see Gustafsson TKO him. Yeah, past fight for me. A lot of volatility, but I think Giles' experience should prevail here, and him to win by decision. I don't think he KOs him. I think if anyone's getting KO, it's Giles. But big pass for me on this fight betting wise. Moving on, we have Macy Chaisson versus Ketlin Vieira. Now I know a lot of people that are on Vieira, and I can understand why. The problem with Vieira is she hasn't changed much. Like, for example, she has worked on her takedown defense a bit. You know, we saw with Kayla Harris, but Kayla's not really a great open mat wrestler. Whereas Chaisson is, I'm not very familiar with her wrestling, but what I do know about her wrestling is her arms are long and she does like her body locks. Um, I don't know. I think she's very very good in the first few rounds, and if she doesn't gas out, I think she can just out grapple Ketlin Vieira. But Vieira's a big girl, so I don't know, man. This is another fight where it's like 50-50. I don't really want to bet this fight, talk about this fight. I think my official pick is going to be Vieira. That's what my gut's telling me, just based off of the fact that she has been improving. She just faced Kayla Harrison. Went from Kayla Harrison to Macy Chasson. Should be, I know it's different stylistic takedowns, but I think Macy Chasson is, she can quit. And I think Caitlin Vieira can, use that experience. And I know it's not by much experience, but the high level experience I'm talking about. Like Macy Chasson won by a doctor stoppage cut, where she was the next round getting cooked. Like, is really, really unfortunate. I just can't unsee things. And I think Caitlin Vieira is a bigger, more dangerous version in her. I think she's also right now more focused in her career than Myra, so I think Vieira is going to be a nightmare for Macy Chiasson. We'll see though. Not touching this fight, like I said. Too close to call. Women's MMA pass. Moving on, we have Alan Nascimento versus Jafel Filho. Great fight. I'm gonna go Filho just off of the fact that I think Nascimento is sub or bust. If he doesn't get a submission, how does he win the fight? He's not known for like out decisioning guys. Jake Hadley, he has a one decision over, but that was off of control. Um, and I don't know if you're controlling Filho for two out of the three rounds. I just don't think his wrestling is good enough. He's no Carlos Hernandez. He hasn't been off for 2 years. Jafel Filho, in my opinion, is the side. If I were betting on this card, this is probably where I would go. I think Filho is pretty underrated. He beat Amir Albazi in grappling, if that means anything. Ode Osborne, he submitted him. Danny Perez, he submitted. Makayev, he almost submitted. Roy Bird, he finished. A very good prospect. Vinicius Salvador Zacan, he beat him. He has some decent wins. And I don't know. I think he is the value side. But again, I am passing. If I do come to a play, it's probably going to be in this direction, though. Plus 140 is calling my name. I think Alan Nascimento should be at Pick'ems at most. If not, Phil will be a slight favorite. Because what has Nascimento done in the last 2 years? I could tell you Phil has done two fights and one grappling match since Nascimento's been sitting on the sidelines. So I don't know. I'm not touching this fight, but I think Phil is a value side. Um, yeah. Moving on, we have Zach Reese taking on Dusko Todorovic. I think Zach Reese is a very, very dangerous man. He struggles with his process. Like he's technical, but he doesn't put it together all that well. Um, we saw that with Bakoya, Brundage. He's hunting subs. He's hunting a TKO on the feet, which is commendable. But you're not that like you don't when anytime you've had one step up in competition, Cody Brundage, Bakoev, you get smoked. You beat the ghost of Julian Marquez, who is no longer with us. Even the prime version, I think. I don't know. I don't know honestly. Julian Marquez, I don't know if he was ever really good. Yeah, Jose Medina took him to a decision. It is what it is. Like I think Bakoyev is a nightmare matchup for Reese. I think Todorovic is not. That's the thing. Todorovic is a broken man. He is not the same fighter he once was. Zach Reese is in his prime, getting better. Todorovic, he got TKO'd last by Mansour Malik. His knee popped in 2023 to Leroy Duncan. Chidi elbowed him to oblivion, like elbowed from hell. And then, other than Jordan Wright, he hasn't really had a win in the last 4 years. Yeah, so almost 4 years. Sorry, 3 years. But yeah, I think Zach Reese wins this fight by TKO. Honestly, I think Todorovic is washed, and yeah, should be a Zach Reese win here. Don't need to go into this one too in depth. I just can see Zach just again using that clinch, kneeing him, finding a big knee up the middle. I just think Dusko is. I think he's done. The knee injury. He hasn't looked the same since. He just seems like a broken man. And yeah, I gotta go with Reese. Moving on. We have Billy Ray Goff versus Ramiz Brahimaj. Honestly, I was pretty stoked for Goff versus the guy from Road UFC, but it is what it is. I'll take Brahimaj. It's a little more volatile of a fight. I gotta go with Goff, but honestly, it's a pass for me. I think Brahimaj is training with good guys now, and maybe he's getting a better skill set. I think Goff is gonna overwhelm him and probably find a finish later, TKO finish, but I don't know. Honestly, like his last wins also hasn't been in 2 years, and it was against Yasuku Kinoshoto. So I think Billy Ray Goff's just gonna win this fight by TKO. Max Griffin, I believe TKO'd him. Um, Thelma Garimbo beat him. Like I think Goff can beat him. I'm gonna go Goff here. Um, it's not too long ago. People forget, man, that Brahimaj lost to Themba. So I think Goff is a better fighter than Themba. Not by much. He's a Homer Simpson, but I still think he's better. Not a fight I'm gonna run to bet on for sure, but I gotta go with Goff here. And yeah, Goff. And yeah, moving on. We have Bruno Lopez taking on Dustin the Haniac Jacoby. I think Dustin Jacoby honestly knocks this guy out, but if he got KO'd in the process, I wouldn't be surprised. Jacoby's chin is very worrisome. He's a very experienced fighter, so I don't think he's going to rush in on Lopez, but I think this waiting game is going to get to Jacoby more than it's going to get to Lopez, and I think Jacoby's going to have to strike first, which is going to leave him open to a counter. I don't know. I'm staying away from this one. Big boys, you know me. I don't mess with the big boys. These guys get one touch and these out small it's gloves, it's over. But yeah, I gotta go with Jacoby here, just off of common sense. You know, Lopez is a guy that got TKO'd not too long ago by who was it now? Brenson Ribeiro. So he's looked decent. He's won by finish most of his fights. Gazi Zalov he beat, but Jacoby, man, I just think Jacoby can. I think Jacoby's gonna probably beat him. I think Jacoby's striking is 10 times better than Gazi Zulov. Better process. His jabs are better. I think it's gonna be a Jacoby show out there. Yeah. Not gonna speak too much longer about this fight. Lopez. Like he's someone I know from LFA Brazil. In fact, LFA Brazil starting in 2 minutes, so I better hurry. Try to get to that. But yeah, I got Jacoby here. I think this is a fight that you don't want to run the bet on, but it's a fight that I do think Jacoby should win. So, but yeah, moving on. We have Ludovic Klein taking on Mateus Gamrot. Gamrot, honestly, I it should be the favorite, but Klein is if he wins by damage, it would not surprise me because the thing about Gamrot is he just doesn't do anything when he does take you down. And the holding in 2025 does not get rewarded. So I think Klein is good at staying defensively safe. I think Gamrot being the favorite makes sense. Um, I don't know. I've seen some things from Klein that worry me. He's shown me good skill. Don't get me wrong, but like went over Ignacio. I used to rate Thiago Moises' wins highly, but now I don't. He beat Mason Jones, but he got submitted by Nate Landwehr. Like he can be beaten. Beat by Trezano. Yeah, I gotta go with Gamrot here, but definitely a very close fight. If I were to tell you who to bet on, looking at these odds, I honestly would tell you to take Klein as a dog, but don't, please don't. Save your money, save yourself the stress, pass this fight. There's so many fights to just pass. You don't need to bet every fight. It's just risky most of the time. They're not. But yeah, guys, skip this one. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Gamrot should win via wrestling, of course. How else are you gonna win? Klein, I don't know. He can get tired, and Gamrot doesn't. So that's my analysis for the fight. Moving on, we have Aaron Blanchfield taking on Macy Barber. Macy Barber is probably one of my biggest crushes I have on the women's roster. I've had a thing for her since I don't know 2016, 2017. Yeah, I've been a fan of how. Let's see if that's accurate with her career. Yup, look at that, 2016, 2017. Except no, it was around here. So 2018, I was a little bit off. 2018, 2019 is when I started becoming a fan of her. But yeah, she's been sick, man. She's a dog, an underdog, but honestly, I'm rightfully slow. She's been let's look at her while we're on her page. Let's look at how long she's been off. So she had her win last year in March, and it's been over a little bit over a year. It's not the worst layoff, but not the best. Also, due to the health conditions, isn't a great look. There's not too long ago she lost to Alexa Grasso, someone who has similar style to Blanchfield except tighter boxing. I think Blanchfield is aggressive and goes more than Grasso, and I think Aaron's gonna press her constantly. But if Aaron does not get KO'd in the process, I think Aaron could cook Macy. I think she could drown her because Macy does get tired. Um, but she doesn't fight these pace fights. Like all of her opponents have allowed her to fight her fight. Blanchfield's gonna press you, and yeah, she she got taken down by Maverick, who is a probably a better wrestler than Blanchfield, but not as tenacious or consistent with the shots. I think it's Blanchfield's definitely fight to lose. If I had to line this fight, I'd probably yeah. Honestly, it's a close fight. I'd lean Blanchfield. Obviously, that's why I said that if you want to take a dog shot on Macy, it's not the worst idea, but I wouldn't do it personally. So a lot of fights I just would not personally touch. But yeah, I gotta go with Aaron Blanchfield here by rounds three, four, five submission. Close fight though. I have no interest in betting this fight or this card so far. So one spot that I'm looking at, and I might take it. Other than that, nothing. Alrighty, guys. If you guys want to keep up to date with me and what I'm going to be betting this week, or sorry, yeah, this coming week, I'm putting this out on a Sunday. So if you guys want to just let me know what fight you're interested on the most, or if you want to come into my Discord, you can find the link below. Join the Discord; it's free, no charge. If you're a contributing member, you'll get added to the VIP group. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Oh, I'll give you guys my top five most confident picks. Oh, almost forgot. That would have been bad. You guys would have shot me if I did that. But yeah, number one I'd say is Reese. Number two I'd say is Jacoby. Number three I would say is Goff. And number four I would say is Rand Santos. Yeah, I think that's a four. And then for five, I don't think I put a five. I'll probably go Leavitt, number five. Alrighty, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. All these picks are subject to change, even the top five. So don't hound me, being like, "Oh, what your pick change?" Yeah, picks change based on information I'm giving out throughout the week. I'm giving this out on a Sunday, so you guys have time to, make your own assumptions, make your own opinions. Yeah, guys, like, subscribe, like I said, show love to the page, and join the Discord. Peace.